Welcome to this 30-minute all body mat Pilates class with weights. Let's go ahead and get started in a seated position. Make yourself comfortable and then take a big breath in as you sweep your arms up high. Exhale, lower your arms. We'll do that one more time. Big breath in, sweep your arms out wide and high, and then exhale as you lower them back down. Okay, now we'll do the same, but this time we'll sweep one arm up overhead, reach into the opposite side. Breathe in as you come up. Exhale the other arm up and over. Nice stretch on your side. And back to a neutral back. Okay, so grab your weights. You could use any weights you would like. I am using 3 pounds in this class. You could also do the entire class without any weights as well. Okay, so in a standing position, feet about hip width distance apart, place your hands up front and then raise up the weights into a goal position. And then let's go ahead and do a few squats. Sitting back on the heels of your feet, squeeze your glutes as you lift and lower, up and down. We'll just start here. And then we'll add in the arm movement. Okay, and lower down and extend the weights away from you. Keep going. Try to keep your spine as straight as possible. Putting weight down on your heels. Sitting back like you were sitting back in a chair. And then lower your arms down. Good job. Okay, now we'll take our right foot, step it back. And we're just going to dip down as we lift that back leg behind. Go only up as high as you can manage. Lowering those weights down with control. Use your core. Okay, so lower down and up, and now bend at your elbows and bring those weights towards your chest and lower down. You could just lift up and down without bending your elbows, or you could get a little more in-depth arm movement. Keep going. Not too fast. You don't want to lose your balance. All right, good job. Let's do the opposite side. Step that left leg back and continue. Lowering the weights up and down. And now we're going to add in the bending of the arms. Keep going. A few more on this side. Keep breathing. If this gets too much, go with light weights or just ditch the weights that you've got. Or maybe you want to add more weight. Completely up to you, of course. This is your class, your workout. Well done. Okay, so facing forward, bring those legs out a little bit further, and then you're going to squat straight down, bring those weights up to your chest, our elbows up to about your shoulder length, and just go ahead and pulse up and down. Squeeze your glutes, squeeze your inner thigh as you lift and lower. Okay, now we can add in some arm movement here, so down and extend those arms out wide, keeping the weights in the palms of your hands. Squeeze your shoulder blades together as you open those arms out wide. Keep squeezing your glutes, squeeze your inner thighs, and try to keep your spine as straight as possible. All right, so lowering down, go ahead and draw arm circles, and then lift and lower your arms, palms facing down. Lift your arms to a goal post and hinging at your waist, twist from right to left. Keep that core engaged, keep that spine as straight as you can. This is really good to help strengthen your obliques. Keep going. A lot of muscles are engaged with this movement. Good job. Okay, lower those weights down. Now you're going to hinge forward at your waist. Squeeze your shoulder blades as you lift those weights up, and then use control to lower them back down. Tuck your tailbone under as you do this. Your core should be active here. You want to really support your spine. Well done. And forward fold. Just give yourself a nice little stretch. Maybe walk those weights forward, and you can release those weights right now. And just enjoy the stretch, and then grab the opposite leg with opposite hand and swing the opposite arm back, and then walk over and do the same on the opposite side. Keep breathing. Bring your arms forward and shift from left to right. Good job. Bring your arms behind you And continue with the stretch. And then place your hands on either hips and slowly roll up from your waist. And let's now make our way to the back part of our mat. Big breath in, sweep your arms up high, forward fold on the exhale, and then walk down into a plank. Okay, now we could do a straight arm plank here, or you could come down onto your forearms, which is my preference. Hold this for a few moments, few counts, squeeze your glutes, squeeze your abs, keep that core strong. Well done. Hold on, you're doing this. Now you could stay in that plank position or add on by shifting your hips from left to right, pivoting on your toes. Make sure those, if you're on a forearm plank, that those elbows are directly underneath your shoulders. This is a really good way to strengthen the entire core. Now you could always do this with your knees on the ground and then just shift your hips from left to right if that works for you. All right, and make your way back into a child's pose. Well done. Okay, so come now all the way down onto your belly. Grab your weights once again. And then bring them back behind you. Bring your legs back about hip width distance apart. Just take a moment here to settle in. And then lift and lower opposite arm. Lifting that weight up and down. Okay, and then lift your chest up. And then lift up your arms and hold. Even pulse your arms back and forth, up and down just a little bit as you try to lift your chest up as high as you possibly can, and then come back down. Good job. Okay, now rotate the weight so that your palms are facing back behind you up towards the ceiling, and lift and lower opposite arm. And then now lift your chest and lift up both arms and pulse those weights up back behind you. Again, try to keep your chest up and lifted as best as you can. Keep your gaze down towards the ground. And then squeeze so that you're drawing those weights towards each other back behind your back. You're going to need to squeeze your shoulder blades as you draw those weights together. Keep going. And then come all the way back down again. Okay, release the weights, place your hand underneath your shoulders, lift up, and push back once again into a downward dog, into a child's pose. Okay, now come into a seated position, draw your legs forward, sweep your arms out wide, exhale as you twist over to the opposite side, and just a little saw with your arm. Opposite arm back, breathe in as you come up, exhale, opposite side. Forward fold on that opposite leg and saw. Breathe in as you come back up. Good job. Bring your arms together. Bring your feet in front of you now, about hip width distance apart. Bring your arms up overhead. Big breath in. Exhale, forward fold. You could grab your toes or your ankles, or place your hands on the floor, or just draw them up by your ears. And then breathe in as you come back up. You're doing so well. Okay. Once again, bring those arms up high, big breath in, exhale, forward fold, hinging at the waist, pull that navel into the base of your spine, breathe in as you come up. You're going to exhale and lower all the way down, vertebrae by vertebrae. I'll bring your legs up into a tabletop, so those knees are above the hips. Grab your weights, and lift your head and chest up, and do little pulses with your arms. Now you could stay here with your legs in the tabletop, knees bent position, or if you want to challenge yourself, then straighten your legs, keep that tailbone anchored, and then lower them as low as you possibly can manage. Keep going, keep pulsing those arms, keep that chest lifted as high as you can. Breathing in for about a count of 5, exhaling for a count of 5. And adjust your legs to a position that works for you at this time. Good job. That's a lot with the weight. So go ahead and lower them, bring your knees in, give them a nice big hug, and rock from side to side. Okay, now we're going to go into a single leg stretch with one weight. So you're going to figure eight that weight as you bring it back behind the bent knee, bring it around, and then continuing the opposite side. Keep your head and chest lifted as you do this. Keep going. Figure eight that weight. Keep breathing. Extending the opposite leg as you draw the opposite knee in towards your chest. Keep going. Good job. Okay, so we're gonna go into a double leg stretch from here with that one weight. Big breath in as you extend that weight away from you, from your legs, and then exhale as you draw it all back together again. Keep going. Reach and extend those feet away from you as you draw that arms with the weight back behind you, and repeat. Almost there, just a few more of these. You got this. Good job. All right. So from here, lower that weight down into the side, lower your arms, lower your feet, and we'll move into some bridge work. So squeeze your glutes and lift and lower your hips straight up and down. Anchor your heels. Knees are about on top of your ankles, about hip width distance apart. So think about squeezing your glutes and squeeze your thighs as you lift and lower. Now you could do this without weights. Grab those weights and push them directly above you as you lift your hips up. Lower your arms back down as you lower your hips back down. Keep going. Squeeze, squeeze, lift and lower those weights in sync with your hips. Keep going. Okay, now keep your hips up, and then you're gonna open your legs and your arms out into a butterfly position and then bring them back again. Try to keep your hips up and parallel. Keep going. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Open and close your knees and your arms. A few more, keep going. Okay, now from here, we're going to draw those arms back behind you as you lift your hips up and down. Okay, so hips up, arms directly overhead of you, or weights overhead, hips down, arms and weights back behind your head. Keep going. Good job. Bring those weights down by the side, lower your hips down, and release the weights. And once again, rock your hips from side to side. Now take one weight, extend your legs away from you, and you're going to bring that weight back behind you. Take a big breath in, and on your exhale, roll all the way back up. Use your abs, bring that weight up high, and then exhale, forward fold with that weight. Breathe in as you come up, exhale, and come back down once again. We'll do that again. Breathe in, then exhale as you come up. Bring that weight up high. Take another breath in, and then exhale as you forward fold. And come all the way back down again. Let's do that again. Breathe in as you come up. Reach and extend those arms up high. Exhale, forward fold. Nice big stretch. Well done. Okay, so in a seated position, that same one weight. Now go ahead and exhale as you lean back. And we're just gonna rock or rotate from side to side. Anchor those feet. Use the strength of your core to maneuver your torso from side to side. Now this time we're just gonna do the right side. So twist over to the right as you extend that right leg away from you, anchoring the left foot. Really engaging the abs here. Good job. Let's do the opposite leg now, opposite side. Good job. All right, and let's come back up in that seated position. Now grab your other weight, so you have both weights. Place them in either hand. Bring them together. Take a breath in. And on your exhale, lean back. And now we're going to open up those arms wide as we come up. Keep going. Just lean back enough that you can open those arms out wide as you can, but using the abs. Exhale as you come up. Breathe in as you lean back and expand those arms out wide to the side. Keep going. Anchor your feet. Okay, now place the hands on your chest. Bring your feet up into a tabletop once again. And we're going to bring our arms by our side. Nice little teaser position here. You can keep those knees bent or straighten your legs. Bring them, hold, and then go. Keep your feet anchored on the ground. You could lift them back up if you would like into a teaser position, but I'm going to keep them on the ground. You're going to feel this a lot in your abs, especially as you maneuver your arms. Great job. Okay, now bring those weights in front of you. And we're going to make our way onto our knees. So you may want to add in extra cushioning on your knees if you need to, but your legs or your knees should be about hip width distance apart. Keep that spine straight, so tuck your tailbone under. Take a breath on your exhale, lean back, and then breathe in as you come back up again. Just get a sense for what's going on in your knees. If this hurts, don't do this, adjust as you need to. So only go back as far as your knees basically will allow and your core will allow. Okay, so we're going to add on to this. Open those arms out wide and bring your arms forward. Big breath in as you lean back. Exhale as you come forward. Don't let your back release. Keep that core strong the entire time. Pretty important here. Also important to keep your glutes squeezed, which will help support your spine. Okay, now we're going to shift back and we're just going to rainbow one weight and one arm forward and back, and then we'll do the same on the opposite side. Big nice rainbow on one side. Big breath in as you sweep that arm back. Exhale as you draw it forward. And again. Good exercise to strengthen the muscles around your knees as well. Now on to some tricep work. Step that left leg forward, rest your left arm on it, and then with the weight in your right hand, bend at your elbow. Bring that elbow back behind you. And focus on squeezing your tricep. Only bending at your elbow. Okay, and rotate so that weight is pointed away from you, and then lift and lower. Keep that right shoulder down as you lift that arm up and down, and then draw that arm back behind you, crossing it over to the other side. Keep your elbow a little bit straight if you can. A little bend is all right though. Good job. Okay, so now let's go ahead and do that on the opposite side. Keep your spine straight, and then same thing. Bending at your elbow. Keep that elbow back behind you and tuck towards your side as you focus on your triceps. Okay, and then rotate so the palm is facing back behind you and lift and lower that weight. Arm straight, your shoulders should be lowered. Draw that arm back behind you. Good job. Okay, getting close, almost done. Okay, back on your knees now. We're going to just draw the arms forward and down. Okay, we'll start with one arm at a time. And you could continue if this way, if that feels all right with you. Totally fine. Or you could bring both arms together, lifting and lowering. Now try to keep your spine straight. Squeeze your glutes. Keep that core strong. You're only lifting your arms. That's it. Nothing else should be moving. Keep breathing. Okay, now this time we're going to add on to it. Squat back as you bring your arms up high and then back down. Big breath in as you lower those hips down. Exhale as you come back up again. If this hurts your knees, don't squat down. You could just continue with the arm movements only. All right, let's place those weights to the side now. Big stretch, big arm circles with both arms forward and backwards. One arm at a time, both arms at the same time, and then give both arms a hug one at a time, and then push that elbow straight back, and then do the opposite elbow or opposite arm. Nice big hug, bend your elbow and push it straight back behind you. Those arms have been getting a good workout. So from now we're going to come back down into a plank, forearm plank. As before, squeeze your glutes, squeeze your core, and just hold here for a moment. Okay, now you could come up onto a straight arm plank and then do leg pulls, lifting and lowering opposite leg in that plank position. This could be done with a straight arm plank or a forearm plank. So if you have any issues with your wrists, then you might want to come down on your forearms. And then come all the way down on your belly. Good job. Let's grab a weight. And we're going to make our way back up into a plank position. Bring that one arm down behind you. Sweep one arm up into a side plank position. And then lift and lower that weight. Big breath in as you lift that weight up high. Exhale as you bring it back down. With control. And then we'll do the same on the opposite side. Now you could always come down on your knees if you need to. Or lower your hips down and then just lift and lower that weight if that feels better for you at this time. Keep going. Okay, good job. All right, back in our plank position. Hold on, you're almost there. Hang on, hold that plank. You got this. Good job. Okay, so into a cat-cow position now. Big breath in as you lower your belly. Exhale as you reverse. Make a C-curve with your back. And then grab a weight. Extend the opposite leg. We're going to lift and lower opposite arm, opposite leg. Now make sure you find your balance here before you lift and lower those limbs. Slow and controlled, not too fast that you lose your balance. Squeeze the glute of the leg you are lifting. Okay, now you're going to bring the arm out to the side. Hold it. Little pulses with that arm. Keep the opposite leg lifted. And you can pulse that leg as well. And then come back down. Okay, let's do the opposite side. So place that weight in the opposite arm. And you're going to lift now the opposite arm and opposite leg. And back down again. Breathe in as you lift, exhale as you lower back down again. Good job. Okay, now bring that arm out to the side. Find your balance. I had a little bit of adjusting. I was still recovering from an injury in this recording. But keep your arm and that leg lifted. Hold it. And then do little pulses if you can. If not, hold that limb, that leg, and that arm up. And come down. Okay, now place one weight in back, just in the back of the crux of your knee there. And we're still in that box position, and just do leg circles with that leg. Try to keep that weight in there. Nice big leg circles, and then reverse the rotation, same leg. Good job. Okay, we're going to take that leg now with the weight in there, flex your foot, and pulse that leg straight up behind you. Squeeze that right glute as you lift and lower that leg. Okay, now point your toes, and you're going to drop that knee, crossing over to the opposite side, and then back up again. You do this enough times, you're going to feel this in your glutes. I was. Cross over, especially when you have a weight back on the back side of your knee there. Good job. Okay, let's do the opposite side now. Same thing. Find your position. Keep your abs strong and do leg circles with that opposite leg. Be mindful to keep your abs engaged and strong so your back doesn't get stressed. Help support your back. then reverse the rotation. Same leg. Two more. Keep going. Keep breathing. Okay, now flex that foot and lift and lower that sole of your heel straight up and down. Little pulses up and down. Point your toes and then just draw that knee crossing over to the opposite side and then back up again. Keep going. Good job. And remove that weight and push back into a child's pose. Enjoy this stretch. You deserve it. Take as long as you need. You could always stop the video and come back to it, or continue. Make your way into a downward dog. Pedal your feet out, lifting and lowering opposite heel at a time. Push back. And then walk your hands towards your feet and just grab opposite elbow and rock from side to side. Just allow your head to relax and release and roll up one vertebrae at a time. Big breath in as you sweep your arms up high. Exhale, bring your arms down by your side. We'll do that again. Ready? Big breath in, sweep your arms up high. Exhale, lower them down. You are done. Great job. I hope you enjoyed this class. Enjoy the rest of your day.